So to the mixed doubles semi-final, and we're concentrating on the bottom half of the draw with the number 3 seeds Joachim Fischer, Nielsen and Christinna Pedersen, who've been in tremendous form of late. They've reached the final of the last 3 tournaments they've played, winning 2 of them. They won the Danish and French Super Series events back-to-back, 2 weeks, 2 titles. And of course reached the final last week in Hong Kong as well, where they lost out to the world champions Yuan and Yuan. Well, today's semi-final, they're up against the number 7 seed Songphon, Anugritayawon and Kunchala Voravichitchaikul. You can see from the top half of the draw, it is almost a repeat of the final from last year, because Joachim, who's defending champion this year, has got a new partner. Last year he won the title with Tianqing. This year he's playing with Yuan. They're of course against the world champions, Yuan and Yuan.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 2011 Li-Ning China Open, also BWF World Superseries premiere. The
Semi-finals day, of course, 2 sessions with 1 show court. So the number 3 seeds Joachim Fischer, Nielsen and Christinna Pedersen. Well, what a run they've had in recent tournaments. Their opponents from Thailand, led out by Kunchala Voravichitchaikul, Songphon, Anugritayawon, the 28-year-old tall man is Songphon, throwing souvenirs to the fans. Number 7 seeds. And they last week weren't at the Hong Kong Open because, of course, they too were busy at the Southeast Asian Games in Jakarta, where they picked up their 2nd consecutive bronze medal in that event. Well, the Danes' left and right-handed combination, Joachim Fischer Nielsen, who celebrated his birthday earlier this week, 33rd birthday on Wednesday. Pedersen just showing that she will serve. So there is the man who's just celebrated his birthday. As for the Thailand player, well, Songphon, 28, his partner, 27. Semi-finalists at this China Open 2 years ago, where they lost out to the winners Li-Ning and Li-Hojong. Quarter-final this last year, again losing to the winners. So Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christinna Pedersen making their first appearance here at the China Open as a pair. Joachim Fischer Nielsen did actually play back in 2007, playing with Britta Anderson when they reached the last 16. But to the Thailand pair, seeding of 7, world ranking of 8, Super Series ranking down 2 places to 16. They haven't done so well in the Super Series events but they have won 2 titles this year, the Australian Grand Prix and the Dutch Grand Prix as well. So that 28 and 15 win-loss record. Not only those 2 finals, which they won both of them, but also 4 semi-finals. But rather worrying for the Thailand pair. Also 6 times they've lost in the round of last 32, and that really shows that they are a little inconsistent. Well, there is C.Pedersen, 25 years of age, born in Aalborg, world ranking of 3. Good win-loss record for the year. Number 3 seeds, of course, from their partnership in 2008. They've really gone from strength to strength. Bronze medal at the World Championships a year later. The World Championships in Hyderabad. 3 thrilling games. Semi-final it was too, against Nova Widianto and Liliana Natsir of Indonesia. But for Joachim Fischer Nielsen, well, lovely to see him back after his knee surgery. Knee surgery in March last year. Missed 8 months of last year's competition, only made his comeback at the World Championships in Paris. This, the 4th meeting between these 2 pairs. It is the Thailand pair who hold the advantage on the previous 3, having won 2 of them. In fact, won the last 2 occasions. But the last time they played was in the final of the Japan Open 2 years ago. That's over 2 years ago. And it was an extremely close game, 22-20 in the deciding game on that occasion. But I have to say, since then, and the first time that they played was back in 2008, I think since then, Ian, I think the Danes have improved considerably. Is that a fair comment?
Yes, they have. They've become a very good combination, you would say, at the moment. The form they're in, they're probably as good as anybody in the world. Stand a chance, I would say, of getting into the top 2 at the moment, and they must be looking for a very high seeding position for the Olympics to come in London as well. Certainly one of the medal prospects in this event.
2 Danish coaches, and one of them, Ulrika Olsen, well, she knows a thing or 2 about mixed doubles. How many Olympic semi-finalists for her?
In mixed?
In mixed.
Yeah, 2 in mixed.
And 1 in women's doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we were talking about how harsh that medal playoff is, nobody amplifies that more than Rika Sigmund, I guess we should call her, really.
Yeah.
Rika Olsen, as she was as a player.
Now married with 2 children.
Yeah, very unlucky not to pick a medal at Olympic level, that's for sure. I believe, is it in Sydney? Am I right in saying match point in the semi-final and a match point in the medal match?
Yes, in the bronze medal match, you're absolutely right in saying that, with Michael Sorgor.
Yeah, I remember the match as well.
So the number 3 seeds from Denmark, far side of the court. Number 7 seeds from Thailand, nearest to us. Oh, goodness. And we've been talking about how difficult it is to put the shuttle on the floor from the back of the court.
There's the angle. Hit the floor in front of the defender there. Didn't go through the defence. Great angle. And again. But he's looked so good. He's playing with such confidence. Last 3 Super Series events. He's played some fantastic badminton. He really has.
Yeah, 3 consecutive finals. If they win this, there'll be 4 consecutive finals in Super Series events. And in 2 of those Super Series events in Europe, the Danish and French Open, in the semi-final stage, they beat the current world champions, Zhongnan and Zhao Yunlei, in fact, they only recorded their first loss to the world champions in the final of the Hong Kong last week after 4 previous victories over them.
And there's the variety. 2 good smashes, puts the drop in. Defender deep, looking for the smash, looking for the angle attack. Beaten by the drop shot.
That's short. Yeah. This time the shot, I think, came off the frame of his racket. And he's a real character, is Songphon Anugritayawon. Oof. Well, immediately a look towards the service judge. Both are court officials from China, Sunan and Zheng Sanliang.
Yeah, Christinna needs to get ready early here. This is a quick service, not a lot of preparation time.
Oh, that's an amazing shot from Kunchala.
Yeah, I think the damage was done with the flick serve, though. Christinna a little bit passive there. Let the shuttle come to her. Good serve again.
No, this is 5 straight points.
That's a better return. Got the legs moving forward, intercepted the shuttle much earlier. That made the difference. Got the shuttle going down off the net cord. That's a good net shot. More the type of net shot you'd expect to see from the top men's singles players. Spinning net shot.
Yeah. He's good at the net, is Kunchala.
Yeah, very positive. That's a good angle, hitting off defence. Kunchala happy to step out for the interception. It's good positive play. Again, it's a little bit lucky, frame and then net cord, but the racket was up. She made her own look by being in position. She got quickly into an aggressive position after the service. There we see racket up. It was a reaction shot, but paid off.
Well,
Cord return again.
oh, good return from Pedersen.
Yeah, nice hold, nice deception.
The Thailand pair do seem to struggle when they're out of their normal formation of Kunchala at the front of the court and Songphon at the back.
Yeah, Songphon guilty of pushing into Joachim's strongest area, mid-court down that left-hand side of the court. He loves shuttles coming through there. That's his strength.
Well, the number 7 seeds have the advantage at the mid-game interval. 3-point advantage against number 3 seeds. I said right at the start, Ian, that, you know, the Thailand pair did seem a little inconsistent with their results over the last couple of years or so. I mean, last year they spent most of the year ranked inside the top 8 in the world and therefore were seeded at virtually every tournament they played. And of the 15 tournaments they did play, only 4 times they lived up to their seeding position. And those 6 first-round losses this year, that's probably why their Super Series ranking down at 16, down 2 places since last week. Whereas the world ranking, of course, you only take your best 10 results towards your world ranking, and therefore they've kept the world ranking up fairly high at number 8. But they are inconsistent, aren't they?
I would say Songphon in particular, you never really know what you're going to get from him. Seems to blow very hot and cold. Some weeks he looks really ready for it, really motivated, and other weeks he looks quite lethargic. I have to say, normally when they get deep into tournaments, though, they're very dangerous. Yeah. If they get through those first couple of rounds, he can be very, very dangerous because he's very talented. Does some different things, does some unexpected things. But, I don't know, just some weeks he just doesn't quite look there, does he?
And there's no doubting his talent.
You have to say it's a little bit the same with the other Thai mixed at the moment as well. Sudket and Sara Lee also very inconsistent this year. That's good. Yeah, we'll see a lot of that. Joachim stepping into the front court, not afraid to leave his partner in the rear court and take some risks. Likes to get in and dominate the front court.
Just long.
Yeah, again, that's good from Kunchala. Taking Pedersen off the net position. Taking the shuttle early. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, actually. Joachim just trying to get her to slow down a little bit. She wants to serve very quickly. That's a good serve, though.
Very good serve.
Just a little bit across him as well. She just changed the direction a little bit. Forced him to hit the shuttle up in the air. Songphon very quick to find Pedersen in defence. And this time it's Pedersen just moving the serve across there. Kunchala trying to get in early, but the shuttle was going across it. Had to change grip and got in a bit of a muddle there. Made the mistake.
Drive defence from Pedersen.
That's got to be Songphon's, really. You can't let that come through him at the net. He was almost hiding. Look at this. He's got to take that. If that had been the other way around, if that had been Joachim in that position, he'd have murdered that, I think. He loves the shuttle coming through the net position when he's there.
Well, it's been amazing so far, Ian, because we've talked at length all week about how difficult it is to get the shuttle down and what long rallies we've seen. Here we are, we've only had 10 minutes of play. Very short rallies in general.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying earlier on, Jill, the hall is a little bit warmer today. Maybe the hall is speeding up a little bit. But certainly Joachim's attacking really well.
And this is a good comeback by the Danes. 5 straight points to close the 5-point deficit. And they're back level. Oh, it's just wide. Just long too.
Yeah, ties in the ascendancy there, keeping the pressure on, attacking the body of Joachim. Couldn't quite get out of the way to control that. There's the difference when Joachim's at the front of the court. He's hunting the shuttle all the time. Very, very positive in that position. Look at him here. Quick onto that. Finding the space.
Just seemed to lift his head as he played that serve. Almost as if he knew he hadn't given it enough follow through, get it over.
Yeah. Christinna alive to that flick serve this time. Didn't try and hit it too hard, got the shuttle going down. Gave herself time to get into position for the next shuttle. It's good thinking, good play.
Just wide.
And again, he's not in a great position in the front court. And again, he's made the mistake. His partner did well to set it up for him. But he doesn't look very comfortable in the front court position, does he?
Into the lead, the Danes, at this crucial time in the game. He's hitting it well today, isn't he?
He takes it early though, Jill. He's quick onto that. Took it very high up the court. Early interception. Really good angle and placement.
The intensity of the left-hander. Great fighting spirit. Refuses to give up on a rally. And it was the earlier shot that was so impressive. At full stretch, got it back. And that absolute commitment has earned the Danes 2 game points. Gone well wide, and having been playing catch-up for most of that opening game, Joachim Fischer Nielsen and C.Pedersen come good at exactly the right time, just up their game, up the intensity, And it's paid dividends because they've taken the opening game 21-18. 15 minutes of play.
That first game, Jill, was a good demonstration of the confidence that the Danes are playing with at the moment. They got a slow start. Kunchala was serving very well, causing them some problems, but showed great confidence in their own game to turn it around. When the big points came, they played with great intensity, as you pointed out, and just did enough.
Return to court. Danes take all of their allotted time out. Discuss tactics. And we'll start the second game with a new shuttle. Nielsen once again.
Very notable in this match how high up the court he's playing. He's always moving forward, always looking to close the space down on the mid-court. There again, happy to move in, happy to take the risk, follow in.
It's interesting, Ian, both these pairs have reached the semi-final stage, winning all of their previous matches in 2 straight games, and neither pair has actually played against another seeded pair until today. And that's because the number 2 seeds, Shen and Ma Jin, lost in the second round to Champion Soon and Liu-Ying from Malaysia. The other seeds in this half of the draw were Lee Yong-dae and Ha Jung-eun, number 8 seeds that went out in the first round. Mixed doubles does seem to be an event, a discipline that is wide open at the moment. I mean, of course, at the World Championships in Wembley in London earlier this year, we had an unseeded pair in the final, British pair of Adcock and Bankier. And there does seem opportunities in the mix. There's so many very, very good pairs that on your day, it's a wide open event.
Yeah, and particularly this week with the slower conditions, slower halls tend to lead to more upsets, you'd have to say. And that's certainly been the case this week. It's a little bit of a leveler. Slow conditions tend to level games off. More shuttles coming back, longer rallies, harder to finish. And again, Songphon had the chance in the front of the court, couldn't finish off. Hit the first one, but then he was a little bit static for the second one. Let the shuttle come to him, rather than going and attacking it off the tape.
Yeah, and I think the way I would describe exactly what you've said is that the contrast between the two men when they do go forward is that Joachim Fischer stands there with authority. He plays with authority from the front of the court, whereas Songphon doesn't. As you say, he just lets it come to him too much. As you described one in the opening game as, you know, he hid from it.
Yeah, I mean, Joachim's a great example to any young players watching. The way he hunts the shuttle in the front court. Once he takes one, he wants the second one. He doesn't hit and wait, he hits and moves all the time, and he's always hunting the shuttle down. You have to say he's winning points like the last one there. He's winning it on intensity.
Yeah, and that's, to me, is what's so great about watching him play, is that you see the commitment, you see the intensity, and he also is very expressive. You see when he's cross with himself, you see when he's happy, and as a spectator, I think that's a joy to watch.
It is. I'd have to say over the years, though, he has calmed down a little bit. As a singles player, I remember him losing his temper quite regularly. He has matured a bit. He channels it better into his game now, uses it as a positive force.
Maybe fatherhood has calmed him down a little.
Well, they're well on top at the moment. And the body language from Songphon not great at the moment, you'd have to say. Again, he's in on the net. Although it was a good block, he steps in and takes it early, keeps the pressure on his opponents. Here we see it was a decent block, but he stepped in, drove it back at the body of his opponent, won the point. That's a good shot. He'd love to get behind that. Just seeing odd glimpses of Kunchala, aren't we, Jill? She's very quick and very positive in the front court. But I'd have to say at the moment, her partner's not really getting her into the game enough.
By not hitting in the right place, or?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. He's a little bit passive on return at the moment, and he's a good attacker on return of serve, but at the moment, passive pushes, which is not letting his partner get into good position. When he's getting the attack, he's not really hitting into good areas for it. And there he's lifted cross, which means she's got to come away from the net. Just his choice of shot at the moment is not very good.
Well, it was a mishit for which he raises his hand in apology. Sees a little wry smile. Yeah. He's a very jovial character. I mean, off court, he's always laughing and joking with his team members. The first one he's missed, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Again, he was onto it early. He was moving forward almost too quickly there. Positive return, good leg drive, took the shuttle early, back into the body of the server, and then finished the next shuttle. Good play.
Another excellent smash from Joachim Fischer Nielsen.
Well, Songphon seemed to be complaining at his partner there, but that's gone straight through his defence. He's defending cross, which should be easier. He's got more time, and it's just gone straight through him. Well, I think, though, role as the Thai coach and actually be talking more to Songphon here than Kunchala.
These images from the opening game. One of the things I do like about the Danes is that noticed after that rally that even though they lost the rally, there's a little smile at each other and a little word of encouragement.
Not great judgment. Good serve. Forced Joachim into lifting the shuttle. And then just poor judgment in the rear court there. Yeah, good return down the backhand wing of Joachim there. Forced him to take it late, put the short lift in.
Just missed it, just wide.
I think that's been called in, Joe.
Oh.
Yeah, Joachim agreed with it.
That's a good smash.
Yeah, we've just seen in the last 3 or 4 points, haven't we, when the Thailand pair have got the attack, when Songphon's got a little bit of time in the rear court, they're a very, very good pair, but he's just been too passive. He hasn't created enough opportunities. He's not been quick enough on the first 4 shots.
266. It's over 165 miles per hour.
Dangerous cross-court lift to a left-hander there. Crossing onto his forehand wing. Gratefully accepts the opportunity to go down the line. Didn't try and hit it too hard, just guided it down the line. Knew there was space there.
softer smash there.
Well placed though. Songphon wanting it on his backhand wing. Joachim just switching it, hitting inside him onto the forehand, forcing the mistake.
A short. It was the hold and flick over Songphon Anugritayawon's head.
Yeah, not great agility here. Doesn't get behind that very quickly. All off balance. Forced to put up the clear.
Well, this is a little bit disappointing from the Thailand pair because they caught back to within a point at 12-13, and all of a sudden there's a 5-point gap between the two pairs once again.
Yeah, they've just let it go again, haven't they? And the last point was a classic example, and that's another one. Songphon just letting the shuttle come to him the previous point, and there just a little, what you'd say is a safe return really, that push to the mid-court. Shouldn't be missing that out the side of the court. It's 2 unforced errors. Make that 3.
Yeah.
His partner joining in there.
Going wide. Last chance, really.
I'm afraid the damage has been done. It was a better return back into the body of Joachim, but it's going to be difficult now.
Difficult, but not impossible. It's long of the back line. And that error means that the Danes now 6 match point opportunities. Extraordinary run continues for the world number 3 ranked pair, Joachim Fischer Nielsen and Christinna Pedersen. 4th final in 4 consecutive tournaments played. 21-18, 21-14, the margin of victory in this semi-final over the number 7 seeds, Songphon Anugritayawon and Kunchala Voravichitchaikul. Well, the intensity of the Danes apparent once again. And the absolute delight from Fischer Nielsen. First appearance here at the China Open, and they're through to the final. Confirmation there of the score. 34 minutes they needed to beat the number 7 seeds. 21-18, 21-14. So there we have confirmation that our first 2 semi-finals have been completed. 3 more to come, of course.